already done it. Yeah.
You just gotta wait for the drops, and then they really. It's being like being inside of a sub.
Have you ever been inside of a sub?
I actually haven't done when it was on.
Oh,
I remember I can't remember who it was, but I remember some story of one of our friends in high school falling asleep inside of a sub at a show.
Is that even possible?
I can't remember who it was.
Any sub-like experiences?
What's that?
And any other submarine-like experiences?
Submarine. Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, submarine experience. I've never been in a submarine. I've always wanted to try go in one though. You can do these tours, right? Sometimes in the like a submarine, you know, like a sub.
Not for me, man. Not for me.
Have you guys ever been to the high seas though?
The what now?
The high sea, like deep sea. Deep sea, like in not deep sea, but like just
on top of the sea in the deep sea. Yeah, in the Atlantic.
Just really far away. Because it's an experience. That's what I'm asking.
No, I know.
We've crossed the from Ireland to the England, which is a few hundred
I always feel like you can like swim back if you had to.
If anything went wrong, you could always swim back.
Yeah.
Unless you find a kraken or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. So what's it like for you guys being over here in Portugal? Because been a while since you guys played in Portugal.
Yeah. Last time we played was in this old theater. I can't remember what it was called. It was a great show. I remember loving it. It was like this old theater here in Lisbon, and I've DJ'd a couple of times. I DJ'd in Porto in this music cast, like this sort of
La Casa de Música.
Yeah, that's an amazing place.
Apparently, so when I've never watched a show there, but man, this is hot.
Yeah. You can turn that on if you want.
We're okay, I guess. Unless you consider this okay, which I do.
It's fine.
I live here. I know. I should be more than used to this. But Casa de Música apparently it's like an extraordinary venue.
It's great. Yeah, it was really good.
In Barcelona, for instance, as well.
I haven't been there, but it is amazing. Here, throw it on. I can see you're hot.
Just the frame.
Yeah, I looked at it, but I am not.
Or you're playing here with Dan, but you do play with him live sometimes, don't you?
Oh, probably not for 10 years.
Really?
Oh no, wait, well, yeah, sorry, we did it about 2 weeks ago. We haven't toured with him for like a long time, but we do play. Yeah, we played with him about 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
But about 11 years ago, we did like 50 concerts.
Yeah, we used to tour together all the time.
I was asking because Dan plays here with Caribou and with Daphne, exactly. I interviewed him last year or 2 years ago, I think. 2 years ago, actually. He was here, so you might have been in his band because sometimes you don't know.
No, I don't play with Caribou.
Because I thought you could eventually play with him
On stage with the.
Oh right, yeah. Like I have sung with them a few times because we wrote a few of the Caribou songs together, and so I have done that, but I don't think I will.
Okay. So on to the new stuff. I was just curious. It's a personal curiosity. But on to the new stuff. So can you use the big black coat to hide stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Is it something that...
I think that's actually blowing heat.
Yeah, it is.
Technicalities, guys.
Interrupted, but
Oh, that's the worst.
it's definitely.
Hold on now. Give me 2 seconds.
No, it's fine.
Figure it out.
It's just got one button, and then it's really.
Well, then it's better off.
I think it's okay.
We'll deal. Oh, good. It's working. I have no idea what it is, but it's working.
Doing this before, and then it. Oh, now.
I'm on. I'm not turning this off. Jeremy and Matt have tried to fix the air conditioner, guys. This is live podcasting. Well, it's recorded podcasting, but I am still not turning this off. I'm still going to keep this on because Matt was trying to fix the air conditioner. Good job. It's much more cooler now. It's much cooler now.
Is it actually cool now?
It's a lot.
It's a lot better. Thanks, man. You just saved, I think, all of our lives. Because otherwise, I think we'd cook. I think Matt sorted this out. It's okay. Matt sorted it out.
You got it now?
Yeah.
Right to say it, just as long as you don't really think so.
guys hide in your big black coats? You should be getting some big black coat questions from now on.
Yeah, we get some. What would you hide in it?
I suppose it'd be good if someone was a shoplifter.
Yeah. Sure.
Is it pretty big, for instance, to
I
hide
don't
in?
actually have a big black coat. I have a winter coat. I have a gray one. I do actually keep a lot of things in it, but nothing interesting, that's for sure.
No, it looks okay. So, because music kind of speaks for itself, so I like to speak of other things sometimes. And for instance, so basically, when you wrote Big Black Coat, it's like looking at other people's black coats, black coats.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's like a metaphor for the winter.
Which is, I'm sure, dire back in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you guys deal with the differences of weather? Like, for instance, now it's very warm, very hot over here in Lisbon. So is it like, do you sometimes switch hemispheres and sometimes you need to kind of explode or something?
No, it gets really hot in Canada too. Yeah.
Because I haven't been. I don't know.
Yeah, it gets really, really hot.
So you're pretty much
Actually, when I left, it's probably hotter at home today than it would be. Let's find out.
Let's find out. Yeah, to Google.
It was very humid in Lisbon today when I was walking. And there's all the hills, and then you're like, it's quite trying in the heat.
Yeah. But where you guys? When did you guys get here?
We arrived yesterday, but our hotel's like in the center of the city. But I walked down to Barrio Alto just because I didn't want to be next to a hotel, and then I walked back. We watched our tour manager and I watched the football last night.
So that's 30 degrees. That's more than over here. That's for sure.
Neck and neck, Lisbon and Hamilton for the.
But it's competition now. It's on. So you guys actually experienced the Portuguese qualifying. It's a huge national thing.
It's a way bigger thing in Hamilton, man.
Really?
Like, yeah, because where my studio is like in the center of the Portuguese neighborhood. So every single person on the street is Portuguese. So like, I was outside last night and I was like, I saw all this video from like, hold on, I'm gonna show you more on my phone.
Sure.
Like all these like Instagram things people were sending me and pictures was of Hamilton yesterday, where my studio was just super crazy. You know, there was a little bit of honking last night, but nothing.
This has a lot of layers. This show we're doing. Okay, we're stopping to fix the air conditioner, and now we're checking stuff online because we can.
No internet connection. Hold on.
Wi-Fi here.
No.
Oh.
This is like right outside my studio.
Oh, it's not a focus.
Like they shut down the whole street.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what do you think of the Portuguese people over there?
I mean, I think like all people, they're totally different in Canada than they are, you know what I mean? Like Italian people in Canada are totally different than Italian people in Italy. So in Portugal, the Portuguese people in Portugal are just totally different than the Portuguese people in Canada.
Okay.
It's always like that.
As well, the majority of them come from the Azores too.
Yes.
So it's like a different culturally.
Okay, for sure. I've never been to the Azores. It's a crime, but you know, have you guys been?
No, never.
No. Okay. So one thing is Over It like the best video ever shot on green screen?
No, the hilarious House of Friendenstein is the best. It's the best
Or,
video.
Sorry, what?
No, you would not.
The inspiration for the video was from an old cable television show from our hometown called The Hilarious House of Frightenstein, which was hosted by Vincent Price, and it was like a horror show for children.
Welcome where the sun won't shine, to the castle of Count Frightenstein.
I remember something similar, but not in our culture, not in Portugal. But so I think on Ed Grimley, he that was who was Martin Short.
He's from Hamilton.
Is he? Wow.
Sure is.
Wow. Martin Short's from Hamilton.
He sure is. He's Hamilton.
Maybe this was in Canada television, Canadian television.
Maybe on SCTV.
Maybe on SCTV. Maybe. Yeah. So Ed Grimley had this bit in his show. I think it was Ed Grimley, or at least a cartoon, maybe. This is a long time ago. And they had this fake Dracula guy. Maybe that was...
His name is Count Floyd.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Flaherty.
Joe Flaherty. Is that
Also from Hamilton.
Exactly. Whoa.
Today we have a special surprise. Instead of reading a terrifying tale, which I normally do, today the Count's gonna draw you a scary story. What a switch.
Well, this is tying up together nicely.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I really didn't know. So was it similar to that? So you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, that's SCTV, Count Floyd, where they do that. The House of 3D. Fantastic.
So was it fun to do that green screen? Because sometimes it's tedious to do green screen because nothing's going on. And was it fun? It seemed like a lot of fun for you to, you know.
Well, I don't drink much, I think, but there was a lot of drinking going on that day. And the guy who's in the video, Marty, there's the guy who's playing guitar. He's great, and he was a lot of fun to have around. We were getting him pretty wasted, and it was a good time actually.
Awesome. It seemed very, very fun. Also, is it fair? I have never seen her. She was just playing at Primavera. I was at Primavera like a month ago. Jessy Lanza played a couple of shows. How's she like? How do you guys enjoy working with her? How did that come about?
Well, we started working together. We did both albums together. And so, it went really well, obviously. Because everything just seems to be blowing up. It was really nice for me because it was like, took all the pressure off of Junior Boys, really. It took all the pressure off because I had like another thing that I could do, you know? And that's always good. I like, diversify, they say.
Sure. Did you feel like that until you had that? Did you feel like you had to cover a lot of ground with the Junior Boys then?
I think if I had never done the Jessy Lanza albums, we probably would have put out an album we weren't very happy with a lot sooner, as opposed to taking the time and waiting and putting out an album we were much happier with.
Why wouldn't you be happy with it though?
Just because we would have felt the pressure to release something,
rather than having the opportunity to wait and put out something we're more happy with.
Okay, and mature the whole your work and what you were doing. Okay, I understand.
Diversify our portfolio.
Exactly. Yeah.
Buzzword. Small buzzword. Yeah. Well, this goes for a show called Made of Things, and guys, this is based on the idea that you dedicated yourselves to music and art because you read or heard or saw something that. What made you go, I want to do that for the rest of my life? Did you have that, and what was it?
With music?
With whatever. Maybe it was a movie that triggered you to go into music. I don't know. Could happen.
I'm pretty sure it was Rush.
I was going to say. That's actually what I was going to say. I went to a Rush concert when I was like 8 years old. Mm-hmm. And that was the first like rock concert I ever went to. My cousins took me. And I was like, I want to be that Jewish Canadian guy. So I was already like part of the way there.
I never really got too much into Rush, but I'm a huge prog guy though.
Yeah. Really? You're a huge prog guy and you never got into Rush?
Yes, because my prog is different. Maybe I don't know. But I'm still Rush is still there. Because when you know you're prog, you kind of know at some point like this is gonna take a while.
You're into like weird Serbian prog and stuff like that.
No, just King Crimson.
Oh, just King Crimson.
No, and Genesis and Yes.
Okay.
Mostly King Crimson. Which other prog do you guys have in your diversified portfolios?
What prog do we like?
Yeah.
Mainly just. Well, I don't know.
Other than Rush.
Other than Rush. Just Canadian prog. Those are the only ones I'm into. Just Rush and Triumph and
I never heard of them.
Saga. Is that Canadian?
The Gentle Giant record, I remember.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. No, I
love Gentle Giant.
I liked a lot of King Crimson myself.
It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I need to. I was thinking about buying a stick, like a Chapman stick.
Oh man.
But
they're like hard to find.
A Chapman stick.
I think so. I think you need to order them from Chapman or War Guitars or something. I think it's a kind of direct purchase. I'm not even joking. I think they don't sell them.
There was a little time.
Generally, if you can find a large concentration of ponytails and Guatemalan hats, there's going to be a Jet Chapman stick somewhere in the vicinity.
There was a time actually when I was playing playing bass live, and I was also playing guitar. And for a minute, I really did think that it made a lot of practical sense for me to get the double neck one. Like there was like a bass on top and a guitar. So like, that makes sense, you know. And then I rethought it.
I feel like you kind of need to have to like your brain sliced in half to play the thing.
I don't know.
Do you feel like that already with any instruments? Like because you were saying,
I mean,
does it feel like that to you?
I barely play anything that we do on live anyway, so I think it would be pretty funny to have a double neck guitar that I basically was doing nothing with, you know, like just playing one note periodically.
Sure. So it's one note, but it's cooler because it's on the Chapman stick.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We were also thinking like because Robert Plant was playing tonight, we thought maybe we would play Stairway to Heaven tonight just to piss him off.
And
your boy.
Yeah, it's done. Okay, we're out of time. Did you get to answer though? It's a rush for you as well.
No, I wasn't a big Rush fan. I don't know for music. I don't know what the band or the artist was. It was kind of like there was no real like aha.
Was it aha?
No.
Could have been aha.
It was. No, I don't know actually. I mean, I kind of remember the transition when we started getting into like electronic music when we were about 14 and 15, and I remember that phase of aggressively trying to find a synthesizer or like buying like really shitty turntables from a charity shop in order to like try and DJ and this kind of stuff, but I don't really. So
it's hard with shitty turntables. It's hard with good turntables.
Like DJ Food or something?
No.
What?
No. I don't know.
Sometimes it's a heavy question. So sometimes people know, sometimes they don't. So, but it was you basically getting into electronic.
Yeah, it was a collection of of different music at that time for us. It was like kind of a wave of stuff that was happening in the early to mid '90s.
A lot of drugs, man. Like just a lot of drugs.
Sure, that's what
Really bad music sounds pretty interesting when you're on acid.
Whereas very complicated music sometimes might make your head explode or something.
Yeah, or you don't like it.
I can't even talk anymore. We're done. Thanks, guys.